And so to start with, as you can see here inside our primary viewport, there's a few other UI features and properties that you'll need to know about. Over here on the right in the command panel, this is where the majority of your creation, modifying, as well as other parameters is going to take place. When you want to make something or adjust something, you'll generally do it over here utilizing this menu bar here along the right. Down here on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, this is a lot of viewport navigation stuff, such as zooming, zoom all, zoom extents, the maximize viewport toggle, as well as a few others. Down here along the bottom left, you can see this big long track bar with a whole bunch of numbers next to it, as well as a slider here that you can move left to right. And this is used for animation. And so, for example, if we wanted to scrub our animation, which means watch it from beginning to end, we would start at frame 0, and then we could watch the animation take place up to frame 100. Now, we won't go into animation too deeply here in this course, but it's important that you know what a lot of this UI stuff is so that you're aware of what is important to know and what isn't. Down here in the far left-hand corner, this is our script listener. We also have our curve editor here, which we can left-click on and close. And what this option is this is also utilized for animation. This is for doing different types of animation tracks, adding audio, video post, and all sorts of other features for rendering and animation stuff that we won't get into too deep right now. So we can go ahead and close this. Now, as you start to get a little more familiar with the UI, you may prefer a little bit of a lighter scheme on your colors here in your viewport. Now, there are ways that you can customize all the colors, all the lettering, and everything that you see here inside of the UI, but maybe you prefer the lighter theme rather than this darker theme. The way that you can change that is here under Customize, Custom UI, and Default Switcher. If you left-click on this, it'll bring up a new menu which allows you to switch back and forth between various UI schemes, as you see here on the top right. This is our dark theme that we've been using. There's also a slightly lighter theme, which is a little bit brighter and maybe easier on your eyes, but it's just a personal preference. We'll go ahead and set ours to the light theme, and then left-click on the Set button. And then after a few seconds, you'll notice this dialog box pops up and says that the default settings will take effect the next time you restart 3ds Max. Go ahead and hit OK. And now you're back to this new viewport, which is just a slight bit brighter than the other dark theme. This is simply a personal preference, and the actual tools and the UI and stuff is exactly the same other than the color scheme.